This lesson is on finding text in a file. Now, in a previous lesson, we saw pictures of homes that we're keeping track of in this real estate application that we're developing for our assignments. Now, I want to bring back more than just the pictures. I want to bring back some information about each home. If you look at the form here, I have a box where people can search for a city. Now, the homes listed here are in Ocean Cove, Tomsville, and Pine Beach. So let's say we're looking for all of the homes. I say you can leave this blank and see all the homes. I'll do that. So now I have a home in Ocean Cove, 5 beds, 3 baths, 950,000, so forth. Another home in Ocean Cove and Tomsville and Pine Beach, etc. So we go through and we see all of the homes that we've got listed. Now, let's go back. Let's narrow the search to just Tom. Tom should just bring back Tomsville. I hit it, and I've got this home in Tomsville and the other home in Tomsville. So this is good. So we're doing an index search on textual information about the homes. That's kind of a normal thing for a real estate application. Before we go to the code, I want to look at the directory structure and show you that, and then that'll help you understand what the code is actually doing. So here we are. We're in a file called House Images. We've seen this before in a previous lesson. I've got 5 pictures, 5 homes. They just listed out before. Now, we're not looking at the home files. We're looking at the indexes associated with them. Instead of putting the files within the same directory, I chose to put the text files in another directory and match the names. So information about Bayview1.jpg is in Bayview1.text or txt. Same with each file name. So instead of being in House Images, they are in another directory or folder called Houses Indexed. You can see the names match. So if I open this up, I have a little bit of information. The city's Ocean Cove, price is $950, bedrooms, the baths, and a bunch of other information. Now in this lesson, we're just going to deal with the first 4 fields. Later on in the assignment, we'll go ahead and deal with more. But for right now, let's deal with that. So let's go off to the code. Here is the form itself, and I just have the field basically find city, find_city. Let's go to the PHP file. So one of the first things we do, of course, is we retrieve it with a post, and we see if it's empty. This time, we don't skip doing any processing if it's empty. We say if we didn't enter anything and we click the button, let's put the word all in all caps into find city. Because I said bring back everything if you entered nothing. So this is going to be what I'm going to use as a cue to bring back everything. So here we are. We're dealing with a file, and we're actually dealing with a directory first. So let's get the root into document root. And now here's the directory that's underneath the root, House Images. We've seen that. So we get a handle. Remember we open dir on the directory name and get the directory handle. So if it's found, which is basically what this means, if the directory handle is found, we're going to do that loop that we've seen before. And I'm going to be skipping these 2 files. Remember we skipped the dot file and the dot file so we don't deal with them. Now, assuming I find a file other than those 2, I'm going to call a function I've developed here called display property info. And I'm passing the file to it. That's the thing that came back from reading the directory, and the find city text that we entered. Let's go down. Here it is, display property info. I called it image file name here and find city. So here's the directory. Now, look what I'm doing is I'm setting up another directory name, a parallel directory called House Images, which is what I showed you before that contains the text files. So it's the same file name, except that I'm going to change that file name to be a JPEG to a .txt. I'll do that in a moment. So I get the image name here, and I display the image, just like we had done in a previous lesson. Image, and I pass the source, the image file name. So that displays that in a paragraph. Let's go down. Now I replace the .jpeg with a .txt in the image file name and return it into something I'm calling index file name. Okay, and now I'm looking at the houses indexed file of the index file name. So I'm looking for the .txt version of this. So if I find the file, I open it. Open the file, read. Now I set a flag here called showHouse equals Y, and I'm going to make that the default. I'm going to just assume if it's Y, we're going to show it, and I'll use that later in my code. So let's go down. While true, we're just getting a line. We've done this kind of code before. We're looking for the first line. I'm looking for city, colon. I'm actually looking at every line because I'm in a loop here. If I find city, colon, I go ahead and get the information substringed from the line. Now, this is a little bit different than I showed you before. This says, look at line and start in position 5. So let's count this. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that skips all that and begins with the next character after that. If we go back and look at one of those files for a second, you can see we've got this character here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we should get the thing that comes after the colon. It would be space Ocean Cove in this case. So we pull that back into city. Now I trim the city as well to get rid of any beginning or trailing spaces. Now, I asked the question, I said, if the find city is not equal to all, in other words, I don't want to see them all, I now look for the position of find city within the city. If it comes back as not found, that's if the substring is equal to false, then I change that flag that I set above from Y to N. I say showHouse is N, and I break out of this loop. I don't want to see it. Now, I look at each line of the file, and I also look to see if I can find price. And if I can find price, I do a similar thing that I did with city. I substring it out, and I put it into price. Likewise, I'm looking for bedrooms and pulling that in. So each time I just get the right substring, I count over as many characters are in the string that I'm looking for. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9 must be where I started. So this will go from 9 to the end of the string. So I look for baths. So I've just pulled off these 4 things into these variables: baths, bedrooms, price, and city. I also kept track on whether I even wanted to look at the house. If it's Y, then I do. So I print out the image, which we saw. That was just the source. We built that variable up above. And then I print out city as city, bed, baths. Notice that I put a / between the bedrooms and baths and the price. And then it loops back up to the top, reads another line from the file, and makes a decision about the next image, whether we want to see it or not. So that's how you can see the houses and the indexes that match what the user entered. And that ends our lesson on finding text within a file.